My father's people get to Oklahoma in the 1830s as slaves to Chickasaw Indians. The 5 so-called civilized tribes were slave-owning tribes. When they are excluded from the southeast part of the United States by the 1830 American Indian Removal Act, they are forced to walk to what is now Oklahoma, which was known as Indian Territory. So we walk with our slave-owning Chickasaw family, the Bernies, to Indian Territory. We're there before the white settlers in 1830. And we become black cowboys and black ranchers. And my grandfather, my father's father, is the first of his brothers and sisters to go to college. And he leaves southern Oklahoma for Roger Williams University in Nashville, Tennessee. He can't go to the University of Oklahoma because it's for white males, even though his parents have been taxpayers for now the second generation. So it's a black Baptist school, and while he's in school, he meets my grandmother-to-be, Molly Parker, and they meet their mentor, John Hope, for whom they will name their second son. My grandfather follows John Hope to Atlanta Baptist, which later becomes Morehouse College. And as I said, they named their second son later on for their friend John Hope, their mentor John Hope. While they're in college, 1899 to 1903, petroleum is discovered in Oklahoma on the lands that had been given to Native and African American people. So Tulsa becomes the boom town, the oil boom town of the country, the oil capital, petroleum capital of the world. And Black Tulsa, the Greenwood section, has hotels, restaurants, furriers, jewelry stores, oil leasing offices. My grandfather sets up his legal practice. He decided he wanted to become a lawyer so that he could defend the Native and African American people in their negotiation with the oil companies, the same oil companies we have today. So he studies law by correspondence because, of course, he still can't go to the University of Oklahoma. And he's admitted to the bar in 1907. I have a copy of his admission to the bar to Indian Territory. It doesn't become a state till late at the end of that year. So Grandpop practiced the law in different parts of southern Oklahoma. Has a bad experience in Shreveport. He's in a courtroom with a client. His case is called. He stands. The judge says, "Why are you standing in my courtroom?" He says, "I'm here to represent my client." He says, "No N is representing anyone in my courtroom. You sit down or get out." So that was sort of the last straw. And he says, "Well, I'm going to leave the white world." And he's recruited to this all-black town near Muskogee called Rentersville, named for Mr. Renty, who founded the town, one of the 30 or so black towns in Oklahoma. They see his resume. He's married to a school teacher. He's gone to Baptist institutions. And so the city fathers come to my grandparents' home the first Sunday afternoon. They said, "We didn't see you in church today." My grandfather said, "Well, that's because I attended the Methodist service." They said, "You're not Baptist?" They said, "No." "But you went to Baptist institutions?" He said, "Well, I didn't have to be Baptist to go to Baptist institutions." They said, "Well, we don't trust Methodists." So they recruited him to be an attorney in this all-black town on the assumption that he was Baptist. But when he proved to be not Baptist and Methodist, they wouldn't give him any legal work. So that forces him to move to Tulsa, where he knows he can get work. He goes ahead and finds a place to live and sets up law offices in this thriving black Wall Street known as Greenwood.